All right, fam. Let's watch Byron Donalds get into it with these sanctuary city mayors at this House Oversight Committee. The hearing that they have grilling these sanctuary city mayors before they drop these federal charges on them. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. And don't forget to hit that shop button and go to marlonrally.com. Let's hit it.
Donalds from Florida.
Thank you, Chairman. This is my third term on the Oversight Committee. We've been talking about illegal immigration and oversight the entire time. I remember we had a group of this committee that went down to the El Paso section of the border. This was back in February, March of 2021. And during that time period, we were at one of the holding centers, and there were these buses that were coming to the detention facility, and they were picking up 30 kids, 50 kids at random, walking out of the facility. And when I went over to question the bus driver that was transporting these kids, border agents told me, as a member of Congress, that you're not allowed to question the bus driver. And of course, people knowing me, I didn't take no for an answer. And I repeated the question. And I was told that this bus of children was leaving El Paso and going to San Diego. And so what was occurring under the Biden administration is that they were busing unaccompanied minors all across the United States for one reason and one reason only. And that was because they did not want the press to see the pictures of kids in cages. They did not want to see our borders being overrun. They wanted to disperse that problem all through the United States.
You see what he said? He said Biden was first busing unaccompanied minors, which seems kind of thrown off, like almost like human trafficking. And because didn't they come out and say they can't find like a lot of migrants, kids or their families and stuff like that? They were separated. So he's saying that they bust these kids all over the country first, themselves. Nobody said anything.
That is the reckless history of illegal immigration under Joe Biden and the Democrat Party. Mayor Johnston of Denver, yes, you lamented earlier that there were 10 to 11 buses coming per day to your city. Did you ever talk to Joe Biden about why this was happening to your community?
Thank you, Congressman. I both reached out to Governor Abbott from Texas. He didn't respond, and I did.
Why would you reach out to Governor Abbott of Texas when it is Joe Biden, the former commander-in-chief, that opened up our borders? Why didn't you talk to him?
Well, again, you see, hold on. He didn't answer the question, because from what I recall, Abbott didn't really start busing people until about 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, maybe. He's talking about 2021, the first 2 months Joe Biden was in office. And that Joe Biden was the one shipping these kids across the country. So how do we know Joe Biden wasn't shipping people to Denver?
Directly were being sent from Governor Abbott in Texas. So that was why we reached out to say, we're happy to collaborate on a coordinated entry system. We understand no one state or no one city should bear the entire brunt of this, but let's collaborate. But I did.
So I'm glad you said that, because that brings me to my next point. Governor Abbott and Governor DeSantis, when they started moving illegal aliens out of their states who were bearing the brunt of what Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were doing, and they've sent them to Denver, they sent them to Chicago, they sent them to New York, they sent them to Martha's Vineyard. The reason why they did that is because you four could hide behind the realities of illegal immigration on border towns all through our country and on cities and states who did not want to see illegal immigration, but did not have the political representation to go to the White House. And only when it showed up on your doorstep did you get upset. Mayor Johnston, coming back to you, how much did your city spend on illegal immigration? Do you have a round number?
Over the last couple of years on all newcomers, whatever their status was, it's around $79 million since 2022.
$79 million. Mayor Johnson, Chicago. How much has the city of Chicago spent on illegal immigration?
If you're referring to the 2022 up to 2024 of the buses coming from Texas, roughly the same percentage of the state of Texas, about 1% of our overall budget.
What is that? Because I don't have the city's budget in front of me. Numbers.
It's 1%, and if you want the actual calculation, we can make sure someone.
You're the mayor. You don't have the math in front of you.
It's 1% of the overall budget over the last 4 years.
That's why you're a failing
which
mayor.
is the
Mayor
same
Adams.
number that.
Chicago, how did y'all elect this man? What did he say? What did he promise? How did he lie to y'all? Because there's no way sitting back, listening to this guy talk and answer questions wouldn't took 30 minutes to figure out that this guy is not a guy to be trusted or shouldn't be the mayor. Lori Lightfoot must have did a job on your city in order for y'all to get this guy. How do you not know? Okay, let's say you don't know the budget, but you know it 1%, but you know it's 1% of your budget. So someone told you, so you asked how much did we spend, and they said 1%. See, this is why you have to listen to the words and how people answer questions. Because in some instances, a percentage can either sound good or sound bad. In other instances, the actual number can either sound good or sound bad. He doesn't know either way. So he says it's 1%. So let me ask the people, the common folk, the citizens of that are watching this video. Riddle me this. What is 1% of $1? What is 1% of $1 million? What is 1% of $22.33? That is something you could find out real simple. And the reason why I asked the question that way, because if you want to know what 1% of $22 and what did I say, 30 cents? $22.30 is, hey, what is that? $22 cents? Okay, 22, almost, yeah, little over 22 cents, right? Reason why I ask it that way, because once you know what the 1% is, it's not hard to find out what the total amount is, because all you got to do is go backwards. So if you want to know what 1% of a dollar is, that's a penny. So if I sit there and say, man, it's just 1% of my budget, well, automatically you would know my budget was $1. This dude is so, God, I don't want to say despicable, but he is so like sneaky, underhanded, conniving, the truth is not in him, that he'll sit there and try to use 1% to make it sound small. Okay. That's why he gave that answer. But he doesn't know what the budget is, because he knows, but doggone it, I bet he knows what the budget is. He's got to know. Hell, he just got a damn loan put out because the budget, you know what I'm saying, because they don't have enough money in the budget to keep the city afloat. So they got to borrow money, take loans, sell Chicago streets, so they can get money, have money to spend on the services for the Chicago people, because they spend so much on illegal migrants. But just to say 1% is what you call it. It's like say to spend 1%. I ain't gonna say it's dishonest, but he's trying to make it sound not as bad as what it is. Dishonest, if you will. I will say dishonest way of saying it. Because like I say, if you say 1%, then it don't sound bad, but yet you don't know what the actual budget is. So which means it's you're lying somewhere. You're withholding information somewhere, and that's deceiving.
How much did the city of New York actually spend on illegal immigration? Mayor Johnson, I already asked you don't have a hard number. And if you don't have a hard number, you're not running your city well. Mayor Adams, how much did the city of New York actually spend on illegal immigration?
$6.9 billion of taxpayers' dollars.
So he knew. The mayor of Denver knew. But old Chicken Hawk didn't know. And I want y'all to understand that Mayor Adams was not called to this committee. Mayor Adams came voluntarily. And he has the answer to this question in front of him. even if he didn't know it, he knew that they was probably going to ask that question. Mayor Johnson, that dude is incompetent, man.
$0.9 billion of taxpayer money on a problem that was fostered on the American people. Mayor Wu, in the city of Boston, how much did you spend?
We don't ask about immigration status and delivering city
You don't
services,
ask
so
about
we
how
don't
much
have
money
that
the city
number.
of Boston has spent on illegal immigration.
We
Are you
don't
out of your
distinguish
mind?
between immigration status.
Do you
as
manage
part
your
of our
budget
city
or not,
policies.
Mayor Wu?
That is how we keep
Mayor
our city
Wu,
safe.
do you
and
manage
we
your
have
budget or
the
not?
numbers to prove it. I manage my budget. I have a AAA bond rating dating back 10 years.
So
for
to the city of
budget.
Boston, just understand that your mayor does not care how much of your resources she has spent on people who are not citizens
The city
of
of Boston
the city of
is
Boston.
sick of having
I'm
people
reclaiming my
outside
time.
Boston
Mr.
telling
Bear,
us what
Mr.
we
Bear, I
need.
have a question for you.
So she answered the question by saying they don't check immigration status. Basically, I guess she's trying to say that they have a surplus, they're in the green, and they're not over budget, so that's fine. No, that's actually not fine, because even if I had a budget, let's just say I had a budget of $1,000 to spend for the month, and somehow at the end of the month, I have $5 left. Okay. For me to say, man, it's great that I spent $995 and but I'm in the green. That's not really, that really doesn't sound that good when you say I spent $995. But if I say, man, I'm in the green, I didn't go over budget this month, it's great. I mean, it is good, but now I need to figure out what did I spend this money on. And a lot of the stuff I spent it on might have been unnecessary. Might have been fast food. I'm just saying, just as an example, might have been fast food. You know what I'm saying? Might have been something, spur of the moment, buying something that I know I didn't need, but I felt like getting it. You know what I'm saying? Because I had enough money to where at the end of the month, I still have a surplus. What if I said, hey, I got this surplus, but if I don't spend it on money on illegal immigrants, I'm going to have a whole lot more millions in the bank that we can use for other things for the city. But since she don't check immigration status, it don't matter because she bounces her checkbook and she stays in the green.
Because I understand Cato's perspective when it comes to illegal immigration. I understand that the Cato Institute for a long time has had a standard of actually having open immigration into the United States. Generally speaking, I don't want to get into specifics.
We support legal immigration. We want immigration to be legal.
Let me ask you this question, because one of the great libertarians of the modern era, Milton Friedman, famously said, you can either have open borders or a welfare state, but you have to choose. Mr. Beer, what do you choose?
Milton Friedman said he wanted to allow illegal immigration to continue. I disagree with Milton Friedman's position on that. We should have legal immigration and build a wall around the welfare state, not around the country. That's in the best interest of taxpayers.
And I would argue that under the current system where you have sanctuary cities popping up, it is not possible to build that wall. So America has to choose. Mr. Beer, you're done. America has to choose between securing our nation or protecting the taxpayer. I choose secure the nation. I yield.
That's it. You secure the nation, and then you can fix it. It's easier to fix stuff within. Protect your home, and then whatever's going on, whatever is going wrong in your house, it's easier to fix than if you just let people and problems come in and out your house, butt in your business, cause you to spend more money than you have than what you need to be spending on because you're still trying to take care of your family or what have it, bringing headaches, bringing people around that you don't know. They could be probably scoping out your house. No, we'll keep y'all outside of my house. And I can protect my house. And then we can start fixing what's going on and worry about our problems inside the house. And then if we have anything left, once all of our problems are fixed, if we got anything left to help you, we might come out and show you how to help yourself. But anyway, tell me what you think. Man, Mary Johnson is that dude's a joke, but y'all still got it for 2 years. So good luck with that one. Anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below. Share with the world. Let's have intelligent conversation. You know how we do around here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Those 4 things cost you nothing but maybe a couple minutes out your day, but it means the world to us at this channel. If you would like to support us financially, you can always give us super thanks, super chats, super stickers, or you can go to the description box or links there you can click on. and help support us there. But if you like to get something tangible for your money, which a lot of people do, hit that shop button or go to marlonmorales.com, where we have colognes, perfumes, silk products, handbags, beard products, and much more. Check it out. I'm sure you will love it and not be disappointed. With that being said, I'll leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.